Hi foodies, how you doing? I made some really scrumptious Barbe-Jerk pork. So these are some boneless pork chops and I'm going to be marinating them. Then I'm going to start them off on the grill pan and finish them in the oven. Let's get into it. So these are boneless pork chops, guys, and they were cleaned up. I rinsed them with some cold water and lemon juice, pat dried them, and now I'm just pricking them to allow the marinade to soak in. So for the marinade, it's soy sauce, some brown sugar, some jerk seasoning. This is wet jerk seasoning, and I have a combination of 3 different jerk seasonings here. Sometimes I do mix them just because each brand has something special about it, so I like to mix it. So I'll get a little bit of everything. Alright, so that's the jerk seasoning. And I'll be adding some minced garlic as well. Then I'll add some ginger powder and cinnamon powder. We'll go in with some barbecue sauce as well. We're going to be using some later, but sometimes it's nice to add it to the marinade. Now we've used some wet jerk seasoning. However, we're going to be adding some powdered jerk seasoning as well. They do work perfectly well together. So after I whisk this up, I'm just going to add some jerk seasoning, the dry powdered version. So that's good to go. Let's rub this into the pork. So you want to make sure that you pour it all over and rub that marinade into every crevice of the pork chops. Now all we have to do is marinate this overnight. Then the next day, what I do is I heat up my grill pan. It's a medium-high heat, and what we're going to do is just grill the pork chops. So of course the pork chops can be cooked completely on the stovetop or completely in the oven. However, sometimes I like to just get that nice look on the outside with the grill marks, seal everything in, and then finish it up in the oven. So that's what I'm going to do today. We're going to cook this about 2 minutes on each side to get those beautiful grill marks, then put it in the oven. I'm going to be brushing the pork chops with this. This is a mixture of a few sauces that I love. You can use your favorites, okay? So this is some sweet pimento ketchup, really nice. This is from Jamaica Valley, and of course it has that little jerk flavor. And I'm using Diana sauce along with some sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I love these two barbecue sauces, so I tend to mix them a lot. So grill the pork chops, 2 minutes on each side, and then we're gonna put it in the oven. As far as the grill marks, if you want to get that crisscross, of course you can grill it and then turn it somewhat and then get the other grill marks just to get your crisscross, but of course you don't have to do that. So 2 minutes on each side, that's what we're going to be doing. So I've grilled all the pork chops, about 2 minutes on each side just to get this beautiful color, get those grill marks, and then I put it on foil wrap on top of a baking tray. This is gonna go into the oven, but before we do that, I'm just going to brush some of that barbecue sauce mixture that I showed to you guys. So I flip them over and brush the sauce on, flip them back and brush it again. So just brush sauce all over the pork. It's gonna add to flavor and it's gonna help to prevent it from drying out while it's being cooked in the oven. Once we've brushed on the sauce all over the pork chops, we're going to bake this 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 12 to 15 minutes. We do not want to overcook the pork chops. So 400 degrees, 12 to 15 minutes, and then you've got this gorgeousness going on. Look at that. Beautiful, guys. If you're concerned about the internal temperature, you can use your meat thermometer and prick the thickest part of the pork chops and check. It should be at least 145 degrees Fahrenheit. At that point, it's safe to eat. And of course, the higher the temperature, then the more well done it is. You don't want to keep it in the oven for too long because once it rests, then it continues cooking because it's still hot. Okay, so internal temperature of 145 is good, but you can cook it for a little more if you prefer. But that's it, guys. Look at this delicious pork. You do not want to overcook this. It doesn't have the bone in, so it cooks faster. So try not to overcook this, guys, and allow it to rest for about 5 minutes before cutting into it. It's going to be juicy and flavorful. Once you give this recipe a try, let me know what you think. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.